The Pilot Custom 823 is one of my favorite fountain pens, and this review is long overdue. My admiration for this pen stems from its quality construction, beautiful design, massive ink capacity, and great writing characteristics, all at a really good price. In the US, the 823 is only available in a semi-transparent amber resin at an MSRP of $360, but you can easily find it from most retailers for $288. In Japan, you'll be able to find the 823 available in smoke and clear versions for around $230, but you will have to pay extra for shipping and you lose out on any warranty service from Pilot North America. The Custom 823 features a classic cigar-shaped profile and, no matter which color you choose, is only available with gold-colored trim. I'm usually not a fan of gold trim, but I think it pairs perfectly with the amber resin. At first, the big ball on the clip didn't appeal to me, but over time it's really grown on me. I much prefer the more modern style of the Custom Heritage series, but there's no denying the utility of the design. It easily slides over thick seams like those found on jean pockets, yet there's enough tension to securely clip to something as thin as a few sheets of paper or the breast pocket of a dress shirt. On the cap band, centered below the clip, reads Custom 823 and Pilot Made in Japan, with each series of text separated by a group of 3 stars. The imprint around the band is filled with black lacquer, making the text appear crisp and easy to read. Regardless of where you purchase the 823, it's only available with a single tone 14 karat gold nib in sizes fine, medium, or broad. However, the Custom 743, which has 14 different nib options, uses the same number 15 size nib and can easily be swapped into the 823. It's far from a financially economical solution, but if you have the means, it's a great option. The grip section, as well as the filling knob and the top of the cap, are molded in a dark brown resin that contrasts nicely with the translucent amber cap and barrel. The transition from section to barrel is accented with a gold-colored band, and I found the barrel threads to be smooth and shallow, making them barely noticeable under my thumb. My favorite part of this pen, besides the amber resin and nib performance, is the filling system. In vintage pens, this design is known as the plunger or vacuum filler, while Visconti refers to their design as the double reservoir power filler. It's the same thing here. You unscrew the filling knob, which opens the seal at this section, allowing ink to flow from the barrel to the feed. To fill the pen, pull the plunger back, insert the nib into your favorite ink, and push the plunger down in one smooth, quick motion. This will give you about 1.6 milliliters, which is more than any piston filler out there, including the monstrous Mont Blanc 149 and Pelikan M1000. But you can easily get 100% fill by inverting the pen, pulling the plunger back once more, then slowly push the plunger back in to push out all the air. Once you've pushed out all the air, hold the plunger in this position and put the pen back in the ink. Finish the stroke and you'll have 2.5 milliliters of ink at your disposal. One quick tip, wrap the nib and feed in a tissue as you push the air out of the barrel, and if in doubt, practice with water first. I do want to delve into a little more detail about the filling system because it's an intriguing design. If you've used a vintage style vacuum filler on, say, a Schaefer balance, you'll know that pulling the plunger back with any amount of liquid in the barrel creates a lot of back pressure, and if you're not careful, you can blow out the rear seal. Pilot has designed the plunger seal so that pulling it back with a barrel full of ink is almost as effortless as if the barrel were empty. When pulling the plunger back, you can see a small gap form between the black seal and the metal face of the plunger rod. The ink behind the seal flows into that gap and through 3 channels under the seal. The small tapered seal at the front is responsible for sealing off the ink in the barrel from the feed and can be easily removed if you prefer. Removing that front seal will allow you to use the pen without having to unscrew the filling knob each time you use the pen. Stacked up next to some German giants, we can easily see how large the Custom 823 is. From left to right, we have the Mont Blanc 149, the Mont Blanc 146, the Platinum 3776 Bourgogne, the 823, the Pelikan M200, the M805, and the M1000. Uncapped, the 823 holds its own very well. It's a bit thinner than the largest pens in this group, which will be attractive to many users. As much as I love the large 149 and M1000, I find the M805 more comfortable, and the 823 is very similar in size, even when posted. There's more than enough length to the 823 to remain comfortable in the hand when not posted. At only 21.4 grams with a barrel full of ink, it's light enough to be used for hours without inducing fatigue. However, posting the cap, which attaches very securely to the end of the barrel, adds a little more size and weight without shifting the balance too much. I went for the Fine Nib, as Japanese nibs tend to run a size finer compared to their European counterparts, which is perfect for my everyday writing style. The fine nibs in both of my 823s are as smooth as any fine nib I've ever used, which is really saying something since this is really more of an extra fine nib. Flow is moderate but consistent, and over the past 5 or 6 months of use, I have yet to experience any issues like skipping or hard starts. Even after not using the pen for 3 to 4 weeks at a time, the nib still starts writing the instant it touches the paper. As a daily writer, this pen tops the charts. It feels great in the hand, has a superb nib, and holds 2.5 milliliters of ink. Its quality, refinement, and elegance rivals that of German and Italian pens costing 2 to 3 times as much. For $290, the Pilot Custom 823 will be a serious investment for many users, and it's one I highly recommend you make.
Indulge in the